Hey, let's talk about the Battle Tower in Diamond and Pearl. Following Pokemon Emerald, in April of 2007, Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl were released in North America. These games were the first core games on Nintendo's new handheld system called the Nintendo DS. As such, these games had a lot of improvements, like 3D environments and the touchscreen interface. But they also improved the way the game plays by finally allowing moves to use physical attack or special attack based on the individual move, rather than being based on type. This improvement has stuck with the game ever since and has led to even more strategy while battling. But let's move on to the endgame. After you defeat the champion and enter the Hall of Fame, you return home like usual and your mother stops you as you come down the stairs. She tells you that your rival wants you to go to Snow Point City and get on a boat. So you do so, making your way north and approaching the captain of the ship there. Once you speak with him, he'll ask you if you want to set sail to the Battle Zone. And once you agree, you get on the boat and take off. As soon as you step off the boat, you're met by your rival who, in typical fashion, fines you for being late. Then he says he's going to be the greatest trainer ever. Eavesdropping, another trainer says they're going to be the greatest trainer ever. They mention a volcano with treasure in it, and then your rival bolts for the volcano. The stranger then reveals himself as Buck and tells you to go to the Battle Tower, as he doesn't like your chances if you go to the volcano. Afterwards, you're free to explore this small area called the Fight Area. Checking your map, you'll see that there are actually 3 places on this island to visit, but if you try to go to them at this point, the NPCs to the north will tell you to complete your dex, and the NPCs to the east will tell you to go to the Battle Tower. So, with no other option left, you head into the fancy building to the northeast of the Fight Area. Once you step inside, the receptionist to the left will beckon you over and welcome you, giving you a point card to keep track of your BP. Afterwards, she'll let you know that there are others there that can tell you how things work, and then you're free to enter the Battle Park. After the reception area, you get to walk under a massive building that also happens to be the BP shop. Where you would, but the first time through, a man that looks suspiciously like your rival crashes into you. He recognizes you, and then mutters he won't be far behind, before he says that this should be fun and bolts on ahead. Then your rival crashes into you, recognizes the guy you were talking to, and also bolts on ahead. And now, finally, you can approach the Battle Tower. And sadly, yes, it's only the Battle Tower, as Diamond and Pearl did away with the Battle Frontier, only bringing the tower forward. Now, functionally, the Battle Tower behaves the same way as it did in Emerald, with one notable change. That being that they removed the level modes, and instead opted to implement a system that scaled any Pokemon above level 50 down to level 50, complete with accurate stats that reflect any IVs and EVs that the Pokemon may have. However, if you're looking for a challenge, they do not scale up any Pokemon below level 50, allowing you to battle things with a little higher or a lot higher level than your Pokemon. When you start the challenge, the opponents you fight will be using unevolved, relatively weak Pokemon. But the farther you make it in the challenge, the stronger the Pokemon you have to face will become. On your 21st battle, Tower Tycoon Palmer, the father of your rival, challenges you. Once you win, you're rewarded with extra BP. A bronze trophy, which can be displayed in your secret base in the underground, as well as the Pokemon you used getting ability ribbons. If you keep going, you'll get to once again battle Tower Tycoon Palmer on the 49th battle. Once you win, you're rewarded with even more BP. However, you won't get the silver trophy or the great ability ribbons until your 50th victory, meaning you have to go just one more battle further in order to get the middle tier rewards. Then, finally, on your 100th victory in a row, you get the gold trophy. Notable here is that you can only get the trophies in single battle mode, not in double battle mode, nor in multi-battle mode. Speaking of, As before, you can take the Battle Tower Challenge on in single battles, double battles, and multi-battles. However, there are rewards this time around. Getting 50 wins in the double battle format will net your Pokemon the double ability ribbon. Getting 50 wins in the multi-battle format with an NPC partner will get your Pokemon the multi-ability ribbon. And getting 50 wins in the multi-battle format with a human player will get your Pokemon the pair ability ribbon. But wait, we're not finished yet. You remember those NPCs that were blocking the paths to the north and the east? Well, if you've completed the Scene Dex, that is, battled every single trainer on your journey, then those NPCs will be gone, allowing you to explore the rest of the peninsula. To the north is Route 225, and past that is the Survival area. In Diamond and Pearl, this area is really just here for you to visit, and then you can move on. Past that is Route 226, which takes you to either Route 227 or Route 228. Route 227 takes you to Stark Mountain, which is where you catch Heatran after a small excursion through the mountain with Buck. Route 228 carries on to Route 229, which carries on to the Resort area. This area also has almost nothing here in Diamond and Pearl except for the Ribbon Syndicate. This luxury resort is home to the snobbiest bunch of upper crust jerks in this series. When you walk in, if you don't have a Pokemon with at least 10 different ribbons on them, the greeter will look down on you, sniff condescendingly, and then tell you to come back when you're of the right meg. If you do so, you're able to purchase exclusive ribbons, including the Royal Gorgeous ribbon, which costs a whopping 999,999 Pokédollars. The endgame of Diamond and Pearl, while maybe a small step back from Emerald, was still a solid endgame experience. It let you explore an entirely new island that you cannot access unless you first beat the game and see all 150 Pokemon in the Sinnoh Dex. It improved the Battle Tower by introducing the flat level mechanic, and it even let you play the tower online against avatars of other trainers. Still a solid way to play once the credits roll.